Hey guys, it's Shadow, and today we are going to be playing some more Planet Coaster. Now this is the Port Noble Park build, part number 7. Now if you haven't seen the other 6 parts, or if you feel like you've missed something, or you want to know how something was built, there will be a link to the playlist right now. Just look through whatever you need and, come back to this video whenever you can. But I've actually really enjoyed doing this. I'm so glad that I'm actually having fun with this project. And it's one of the best, videos that or not videos, but video series that I've done on my channel so far. And by the way, this is slowed down here at the beginning just so I can kind of talk and get an introduction. And so I want to thank the guys who have kind of leaving comments. Oh my gosh. The guys who have kind of been leaving comments on my videos and kind of congratulating me on how well I'm doing. So first shout out is Blue Shamu. That's an interesting name. I'll just have to say. Second one is Kaza2. Now thank you both of you guys if you're watching this. Thank you so much for commenting. Any kind of feedback on my channel is always supported, so thank you so much. And thank you to anybody else who left likes on the videos. The likes do mean a lot. They help me out just a little bit money wise. I mean, it's not that much, but it does help out a little bit. And it also shows other people that you enjoyed the video whenever you watched it. And to me, that means a lot. So thank you guys so much. But anyways, I started out with building this kind of smaller corner piece here next to the roller coaster queue and the exit for the roller coaster. And I didn't want to do a bunch of flowers here, and I just now realized I left that in. I'll have to cut that out. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird because it was just a little clip where it accidentally crashed, and I guess I forgot to cut that out. I don't remember. But anyway, now I can kind of describe what I was doing again. That was weird. So, yeah, I just left this kind of corner piece. Or I didn't leave it in. I put it there. It kind of covers up some of the stuff that I did on the roller coaster queue, but I'm not that worried about it. It turned out very good, and it keeps me from doing a lot of gardening, because it kind of fills up the area. But I saw some designs online where it was they used these almost modern-ish windows and used this little pillar, and then put these railings on it. And I think honestly it looks really good. It looks kind of like a custom window piece. So I like that. I used it about 2 times in this build, just because I don't know, it looked so good, so I kept using it. But if you guys have noticed, I've used a lot of these little railings, not railings, but I don't know, roofing pieces. I use them a lot just honestly because they look gorgeous, and if the area looks kind of barren, they're a very good way to hide things. So yeah. And I actually kind of left a gap up there on that corner piece, but I'm not worried about it, up on the top, because you can't see it very well. And I even did the same thing with the back. I just kind of put windows that were closed that you couldn't really tell. So yeah. And I started mocking around with all the different pieces in the game to try to find a smaller windowsill thing. So I found this little pillar, and I thought it was a pretty good idea. So I started using it and messing around with all the angles and kind of sucking into the wall, and I think it looks pretty good. It could probably look a little bit better if it was thinner and not so fat. Then it'd probably be a lot better, but I like how it turned out, so I'm not going to complain. I actually finally got to use one of those awnings for the first time. I've never used them before. I just plopped down a little guard there just to add a little bit more decoration, but as you guys know, I use these little shrubs a lot just because, honestly, there's a freaking fly flying around me. But I started using these shrubs a lot just because it looks good. The grass looks amazing in the game, but it looks a lot better with that stuff on it. It looks more kind of overgrown, and that's kind of the look I'm going for. So I ended up plopping down another one of those signs there just because, I don't know, I like how they look. They're a little good decoration piece. Now at this point, I started decorating with the rails, and yeah, I actually had to remove those temporarily to be able to place down that corner piece. But yeah, I don't know when I started doing it, but I know at some point right here, I started replacing some of the lights with the tiki torches. But at some point in the video, I will start replacing almost all of them with it, because I started right here. I realized that honestly, it just looks way too repetitive whenever you use the same light over and over again. So I used some tiki torches. It adds a different kind of a lighting effect, and that freaking fly is on my screen. Get off. Oh my gosh. Welcome to Texas. You get flies everywhere. At least it's not horse flies, I guess. Those things are nasty and big and scary, and they bite. So, that is so not the main focus of this video. But yeah, I started using a lot more of these bushes. And I wanted to fill in all the little areas that I had kind of left open without decorations. So I did a lot of that in this video, like a lot. And honestly, the more I do it, the more I feel like my creativity skill, like in real life, is getting better. And that's one thing that I really like. I don't know. I just like it whenever I'm able to build these beautiful things and actually know that I did it and that I didn't like copy it from someone else. Now, some things I do take inspirations from, but I'm not directly copying it from anyone. Now, the whole theme of this thing is pirates, obviously, or kind of pirate-ish, kind of like a port. That's why I call the whole Port Nobel. The whole Port Nobel? Wait, what? The whole park. Honestly, these lights right here, I will definitely give credit to Flabaliki for them. Now, he actually did it. I believe he was doing a park. I don't remember what the park was. It was I think it's just kind of a mixture of all of them together, all the themes. And he kind of was working on a theme just like the one that I'm doing right now. And I saw him make these lights, and I was like, oh, those are so beautiful. So I kind of took inspirations from that. It's almost exactly the same, except he left the base of his poles a little bit exposed. But I just like the idea of it. It looks very, very cool. I like the kind of double overlight, so it has like these weird curves and stuff in it. It looks awesome. In the one that I used in the very middle of this little area, I used 3 lights in it, and I think it looks even cooler. I think I forgot to do it until... When did I do it? I don't remember. I did it at some point, obviously. But anyway, I started decorating the little area right here. I didn't really know what to put. I wanted to put like a little fountain, but fountains don't really fit. So I just started decorating with whatever I had. At the moment, there's just not very many decorations in the game, and almost all of them are pirate themed. So that's why you kind of have to just do what you can. And here I actually start working on this light. As you can see, I put 3 of them together, and I think it looks really neat, really nifty. At night, it looks pretty good too. So I actually started throwing some more of these flags on the roller coaster queue, just because, I don't know, I threw flags on almost every other building, so I was like, yeah, this one kind of needs some kind of flags or something. So one tip that I can do or give for people who are building in the game, whenever you're building railways like this, or railways, the like rails, place down the rails first where you want, and like make sure they're where you want them, and then start placing plants around them. Because if you do the plants first, the rail will try to kind of like clip through, or not clip through, but it'll try to connect to the plant directly, so it won't be perfectly straight. So if you want them to be perfectly straight, definitely do the rails first and then plants second. because plants can go through anything. I mean, I guess if you really wanted to, you could do the plants first and just turn off the aligned surface on the rail and then sink it into the ground a little bit and it'll be perfectly fine. But I think it's just easier to do that way. You can kind of see it better. You don't have all the obstacles and stuff to go around. So yeah, and I ended up playing around with it and putting a lamp up here on. No, not a lamp. Did I say nor? But I ended up placing some lamps up here on this part of the building, or not building, but the little like bell tower, just because like I thought it would probably light up a little bit better at night. Now I haven't been doing very much lighting besides like the tiki torches and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. It's just a little thing. And at this part right here, I wanted to place another store. I had realized I hadn't placed a food store yet. So I changed this whole main street to black. And I wanted to place kind of like a little walkway over here. I couldn't really make it work very well. But as you can see in the final product, I think honestly it turned out pretty dang good. It looks very beautiful. So I like it. Not going to complain about it. So at this point I was like, oh, well, I haven't done a food store yet. Let's do that. Now I actually used kind of a different design. Since it's on the main street, I wanted it to look a little bit more modern on one side, which it kind of does. It looks modern on the bottom half of it, and on the second story it looks more piratey. But I like it. It looks pretty good. I don't know who created it, but I actually took inspiration. I googled a couple Planet Coaster buildings on just Google, and it was one of the first ones that came up. If you look on Google right now, you'll probably see one that looks pretty close to this design, and that would probably be the one I took inspiration from. Now, I don't know who made it. I didn't look too far into that, but it is very beautiful. If you're watching this video, thank you for the idea, I guess. Thank you for making yours. That way I can kind of like model mine after yours. There was a couple things that I did differently than what was on the original one. Such as I don't think the second story railing wraps all the way around. No, mine doesn't wrap all the way around, but I don't think the one on the picture, I don't think it wraps around only two sides, I believe. I don't remember. But yeah, mine's just a tad bit different than that. And I end up using I think it's the stucco tiles to make a second building that kind of attaches to the back of it. You'll see it in a little bit, and I think it's kind of a cool design, honestly. Yeah, so I don't know. It's just, you guys should definitely leave your opinions on the buildings in the comments. Any comments are very appreciated by me, and I think I'm going to start doing shout outs for comments and stuff and suggestions at the beginning of every video. So if you want a shout out, then definitely leave a comment or some kind of suggestion or something. Anything will work, as long as you're not like bashing me, being like, yeah, you suck at doing what you do, and then I probably won't leave a shout out for you. That's just kind of the nature of the beast there. I'm just saying. So yeah, there was a whole lot of me trying to figure out how to get kind of an edge piece going for this roof, because it's a totally different style roof than what I've been used to using. So I ended up having to use the balcony for the front, but that was actually before I figured out that there was a stucco siding, which you'll see later. I find it, and it looks a lot better than what the front of the roof looks like. I mean, the balcony, like little roof edging like that, it looks good. It really looks good, actually. But it's just kind of like out of place. So I don't know. I might change that in the next video or something. Leave your suggestions for that, if I should or if I shouldn't. And here I actually start the design of the second building that I attached to the back. Because I realized there was a lot of area right here. And I was thinking whenever I first made it that small, or the first building, the main building, whenever I made it like only 2 tiles wide, I was like, well, I can just place a totally separate building behind it. And then I realized, I was like, well, it's not really a big enough area to make a whole nother building. So what I did is kind of merge the buildings together, and I really like how that turned out. So yeah, and I was messing around with some of the windows here to see what kind of designs I could come up with. So I kind of settled on the 4 tall windows like that. I'm sorry about my throat kind of sounding scratchy probably. I don't know. I'm not sick. I just don't feel too great today. But that's perfectly fine. That's probably my fault somehow. I don't know. But yeah, I used that kind of like balcony design I did on the other one again, and I think it looks pretty nifty. Now the roof on this building was, for some odd reason, it was kind of tricky actually. I don't know why it was, but I ended up just the second, like the kind of like second level area right here. I couldn't really find anything to kind of just fit, so I just had to find something that looked as good as it could possibly get. So I ended up using these the little like, gosh, I don't know what they are. They're like little balcony railing things. And I kind of just put them together and it looks decently good. And then I put a railing, oh wait, here, I found the stucco siding right there. But see, I ended up placing those and it looks decent. I like how it looks. But see, I found the siding right here. And I kind of wish I would have used it in the front, even though it looks pretty good as it is. So I might leave it. I might change it. I don't know. Totally up to you guys, though. Leave your suggestion in the comments. What the heck did I just say? Comments. Oh my gosh. So I ended up having to move the building around to kind of like just fit with the flooring here. So I just kind of had to make do with what I could, because I think you can make stores that don't connect, but people definitely won't go to them. I think the pathway literally has to physically be connected to the shop. So that's the only way that they can do it. I might do some testing with that and make sure that is what it really is. So if you know, leave it in the comments and let me know. It'd save me probably a little bit of time on doing that kind of thing. But I don't know if I like this or not. I'm fine with that sign being there, but I ended up moving that window to place a restroom sign there. And I was just thinking, I was like, say somebody's walking down this pathway and they don't, like, they're looking for a restroom and they're like, oh, well, where are the restrooms at, dude? I can't find any. I can't see a sign anywhere. And say they just walk right past that sign in the front and they don't know. I wanted to place that sign just so it'd be fairly obvious that there's a restroom there. So there's a giant restroom sign up there on the side of that building right there. It looks pretty decent, but I don't know how decent really is. So, that was kind of contradictory there. I can't even say that word right. Contradictory. There we go. Good enough. But yeah, I like how this little, like, I was trying to find the siding to kind of match this roof, and I kind of like how this little, like, not stucco, but the paneling side that's like right underneath the roof edge right here. I like how that looks, honestly, because it's got that modern-esque look to it, but it's also got the piratey theme of the building, so it's kind of nifty. It's kind of nifty. And honestly, like, my suggestion, it takes so long to do this little roofing edge here. If you're going to be using this kind of roof, like, I think there's like 3 roof types that use this, 2 or 3. If you're using this roof type, find a different way to do an edging on it, because honestly, it takes so much time. It's painstaking. It's just crazy. But I left the first level right here. I didn't really put any windows on it, so I just kind of copied these windows over, and it looks good enough for me. My suggestion, if I went back and redid this, or like a suggestion to myself, I guess, but my suggestion would be to kind of have some taller bushes to hide that first level. It looks good, but it's it doesn't hide it enough. And holy crap, my cat just scared the crap out of me. Hello, Emma. How are you doing? She just came up and sniffed my leg, and I was like, what the heck's on my leg? Even though I didn't say it. Oh, yeah. We all hear you, Emma. We all hear you. So, yeah, I don't know. I've been doing a lot of decorating with these bushes and stuff. And then, like the doorways, I will always leave kind of a sand path to it. I don't know. It's just, it makes it look more realistic, even though you really can't walk on it, which is kind of sad. I almost wish you could walk on sand. Like, I wish there was a way that, like, the, like, Frontier can make it to where it's like, instead of you walking on actual designated paths like this, you had the choice of using the terrain tool to lay down, say, like a way to paint down like rock tiles or paint down sand or something that you want them to walk on. I don't know. I think that would just be kind of a cool idea, since there's not very many ways to get around other than the path itself. I say very many. There's literally only one way to get around, and it's the path. So I don't know. Maybe take like an inspiration from Zoo Tycoon or something, or maybe Roller Coaster Tycoon. I don't remember if there was a way to get around on like sand or anything. It's been a long time since I played that, honestly. But if you haven't seen it yet, I've actually been playing Zoo Tycoon 2, and I think I'm going to make that a continuous series on my game, or on my channel. So if you haven't seen that already, go ahead and drop on by my channel and watch it. It's pretty cool. I modded the crap out of it, so I'm going to leave you guys with some after shots here, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you leave a comment and like and share if you like it, and even like if you really like it, subscribe, and I will definitely appreciate that. So thank you so much for watching. I hope I see you guys in the next episode. Bye.